Alright, so welcome back to the Infernum mod, the mod that adds an extra difficulty layer to the Calamity mod. In the last video, we were able to take down Skeletron, which is meant to be the first huge hurdle in the mod. So today, I'm expecting nothing but smooth sailing. And so we've got to go clear out the dungeon, and then we're moving on to Clops, which should be pretty fun, and then Slime God. And I really like Slime God, so this one's going to be a fun one. So now that Skeletron has been defeated, we can also buy the Counter Scarf, which is like Calamity's upgraded version of the Shield of Cthulhu. Whoa, what is this? What is this? I mean, at this point, this isn't even Terraria. Wow. So I assume, I don't know. I actually don't know what this is. It looks a little bit like, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Ceaseless Void. I don't think it's that. I know that you do Poltergeist in the dungeon. Is it maybe that? A Shadow Key? So this is an appropriate time. Books, a tally counter, some potions, some loot. I'll tell you what, I'll take the potions. Can't pass up on those. But what is this, and when do we do it? Oh, it's so exciting. Now, I did get a comment on the last video that said the trick to Clops is to simply build a nice long platform. And I figured, since we're also doing Slime God today as well, which also requires a nice long platform, I thought we'd get a 2-for-1, and I'd connect the Perforators area with the ice biome, and then I can extend that out, and eventually we'll just have like one giant platform. All right, it's all you really need in the Calamity mod. Do you need a whole world? No. You want to fight a boss? A platform. That's right. So this is done, I guess. The thing about Clops is you don't want multiple platforms because it actually messes with the AI, the way that it throws its attacks. Well, that's how it works in vanilla Terraria. I presume it's probably going to work a little bit the same here. Clops is a boss that I would consider optional, but my approach with this series is that any boss I would say is optional, I'm just going to do anyway. For completionist sake and just for the factor of fun, we're doing it all. Right, so let's buff up and let's begin. Whoa, Clops. What? Okay. It's going to take me a little minute to get into this, to figure it all out. So I can see now why people didn't recommend multiple platforms and whatnot. I also don't know why giant platform was ever brought up. Because if you look at the little ice barriers, you are boxed in. Now listen, am I going to butcher this fight? Probably. Like, let's be truthful here. You know, like I say, it's not a fight I've got tons of experience with. So I'm just going to try and treat this like... I'm going to treat this like I just died. So I think what we've learned there is we need a flat ice biome, completely flat, and we also need to make sure the platform reflects that as well, because yeah, I feel like doing it at different height levels like that, it's not good. All right, so we've got a better arena for this, although I'm not too sure where to put this platform. I might have to tweak this in a moment, but I've got to remember, going into this, I have to fight this like it's Infernum mode. I was kind of just doing Clops like it was Clops before, not really paying too much attention. I gotta get better. I gotta get good. Okay, right. Let's give this another go. Okay, that worked out well. I was gonna say, I assume it's probably a bit like... Okay, that was bad. So the thing is wherever it thinks you are in a straight line, that's where it will do its attack, right? I think. So that's the attack I need to get better at, that one right there, where I've got a... Okay, I can't... I'm fumbling my way through this conversation. Let me explain real quick. Wherever it thinks you are is where it actually summons the attack. So I wonder if it maybe hurts us having the platform that low. Okay, now what is this? Now what is this? What? What? Wow, okay. Okay, now that reminded me a little bit more of Fargo Soul Mod than anything else. I'm not explaining myself very well. Let me try and get this across. I'm trying to avoid the attack that it's summoning down here by going above it like this. But by going above, it thinks I'm on this layer, summons the attack on this layer, so as I'm trying to avoid it, it's right here in my face. I think that's the case. I think I need to get rid of the platform entirely, and that'll be round number 3. And hopefully, I'll not be so flustered during it. We're buffing up. We're beginning. I did not set my spawn, and I was meant to. So already, and I'll remember this for the next one, because I'm sure there will be one. Already, I've kind of butchered this a little bit by Not really doing this in the center. Yeah, so as I did a terrible job of explaining, but as I imagined, because we don't have that platform, when I'm at least trying to escape attacks like that, I'm not getting hit. Now, that being said, the attack where it fires up all of the icy boulders, we need to make sure we are avoiding that. So yeah, that's something I got to get good at. Now, this phase was a giant laser beam with hands. So got to... Okay. There's hands falling from the sky. The screen is black. I still don't understand the laser. Oh, you go over it. It's like Moonlord. Now, I'll be real. I mean, I did avoid that, but I was winging it, the laser. Gosh, it's a really cool fight. I quite like that. Alright, so I'm doing a little better on this. I don't think I could time that any worse. Wow. I wasn't even looking at my health. I just had this pure confidence that I was actually doing better. Wow. Well, I guess I wasn't. I really did feel like I was though. Okay. Well, you know, honestly, it felt like I was doing good. So I'm just going to take that as a win and, you know, it's a step forward. So I wonder if I'm now getting close to the third phase. Admittedly, I'm not keeping too close of an eye on it. The way I see it, I've got to make it through its health bar regardless of whether I'm monitoring it or not. So, yeah. I guess to be fair, it's probably a good idea to monitor it so I know which phase is which, so that I can kind of, you know, keep a real hold on this whole thing. So it's summoning in these hands, and I think I've got to take them out, and maybe it's like a certain number before we can move on. So I'm just going to try and keep this as we're doing. Got a nice little flow going on. There are some of these attacks... Okay, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's up there. It's very ominous. I feel like I've butchered the AI a little bit by doing this. I don't know. I know that we've got full health, so that's a really good sign. I just lost my adrenaline then, I think. Okay, I've really, really screwed myself over here. Unfortunately, I've just really butchered this. I've taken it to the wrong part of the arena, and I don't like it at all. I think, if I had to make a guess, I reckon I've got ages left on this fight as well. I reckon we're not even... Because this is taking forever. Okay. Oh, that's a laser beam, and I butchered it. Oh, I feel so bad. I was doing so well as well. Okay. Well... Out of the whole series, that's the only one that hurt. I'm not even kidding. Oh, I feel terrible. I was doing so well. I feel like that was like, yeah, that was once in a lifetime. Oh, I can't believe I butchered that. So, is that it? Please say that's it? Okay, right. Dear Clops, get back to Don't Starve, mate, alright? Because that fight, it just went on way too long. I'm actually flustered. Adrenaline's very high right now. It was just too long. Like, it just kept you like, gripping on. Very fun fight. Very, very fun fight. And I will say this, I enjoyed it, especially because... we didn't spend forever on it. Like, that was attempt number 6 or 7. Not bad. And I had fun as well. And that is actually the most important thing. Now, listen. Somebody in a Chippy Gaming video comments, right? I butchered the way I phrased that. Anyway, here's the thing. Somebody had very strong opinions about Dear Clops loot. And I want to know what you think. Because I argue that Dear Clops has very good loot. At least in terms of vanilla. Let me go through it. Bone Helm. is wicked. I love this accessory. You put it on, you get these little hands. That's the right accessory, right? Yeah, the shadow hands. Eyebone, Chester. I think this is such a good pet because it's basically like a chest that follows you around. It's great, all right, especially if you're bad at inventory management. The axe, I don't know. I don't think too much about it. But, you know, those two accessories alone, or those two items, I guess they're both accessories. One's a pet, one's an accessory. I think they're golden. All right, so it's time for the Slime God. Now, I imagine this is going to be a lot harder than Deer Clops. And what I think I remember about this fight is there's two giant slimes, and then maybe midway through the fight, there's like a crystal that breaks off, and then you have to fight that. Or it might just be like a little bit of sludge. I can't truly remember, and oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, right. Well, there's the bit of sludge. Yeah, I can't remember much about this fight at all, so we'll see how it goes. Obviously, it's a little bit different than I've remembered anyway, because there's one slime, and I do think a second one pops in eventually. I really shouldn't have started this. I didn't even mean to, and I'm being serious. So like I say, I heard that it's a mix of standing still and moving away at the same time. Okay, so there's the second slime. So am I meant to linger around now? I also think this might be one of those fights where I need to actually make sure that I'm dealing damage instead of just running away too much and not getting that damage in. Maybe. Okay, so this might be the phase. I can see that I'm bricked between two of these slimes. This might be the phase where I've got to move a little slower. As in, okay, just focus on dodging things, but also just focus on getting that damage in. So far, in terms of the fight, it just seems like it's a lot of projectiles. So I'm not fully convinced I know what is going on fully, if I'm being real. Okay, well, this one's getting quite low. So I don't want to move... Okay, I don't want to move too much because I'm just going to get caught by them moving in parallel, right? Okay, so that is that slime defeated, I think. Yeah, and it's just this one now. The purple one. I can't remember the name. Am I going to read it that fast? No, of course not. Okay. So we can see here that it's leaving sludge on the ground, so we've got to be careful of that. Now, I can tell that this one is moving a lot quicker. I can also see that it's spinning. Yeah, this one, well, this video in general, a little deranged today, I'll be real. Commentary skills, I don't know if we've already peaked so far. Okay, I'm doing really bad. Yeah, I was a little flustered during that one. I don't know if I was fully aware of what was going on during that one. So, since one of the things we struggled with in that fight was avoiding the purple slime, I do feel like we should probably prioritize movement speed a little more. So I'm working on the Terraspark boots. Now, thankfully, the water walking boots, they're craftable. I just made a pair of ice skates as well. I'm going to craft an obsidian rose. And then I guess after that, I think we need to make a lava charm and an obsidian skull. And I tell you what, playing modded, it's so convenient to do all of these things. Because normally, when you play Terraria, getting these boots, it's a lot of effort. It truly is. Whenever I do this in vanilla, oh gosh, it takes so long. So I need 3 lava buckets. And then I think we're good. Let me just make the obsidian skull, just so that we have one. What's that? The obsidian water walking boots. So we make those. And then, yeah, we just need the lava charm, I guess, and the obsidian rose. So with our new upgrades, let's give this another go. I think one thing I've really got to focus on is just trying to like, cut through all of the noise. Because there's a lot of projectiles going on, and I don't feel like I'm actually fully focused. So that's my little goal for this fight, is to try and see if I can just remain, like, clear-visioned. I don't know if you can even do that. I don't know if I'm just talking to myself into something you don't do during this fight. We'll see. We'll see. So I'll be real to you. I would be lying if I said I knew what was going on during this fight. I don't. I really don't. I don't get it. I can't tell what I'm meant to be looking at and what I'm not meant to be looking at. I think... Oh, it's this phase. It's that phase that scares me. I can't even tell. It's like chugging along like a train. What is this? I don't know. It's flustering. It's flustering. I tell you what, it's a good weapon for it, this. I'm so glad we got this weapon. Wherever we got it, I can't even remember at this point. Brain is real mush during this one. Going back to the caveman days for this fight, not gonna lie. But we are surviving, and that's good. It's, I don't know. We're not really being punished for going too far, which is quite nice. Because it is giving us a chance to move around a lot, I guess. I don't know. Did we despawn? Yeah, you know what? I knew it. I knew it that was going to happen to me. The second I said we're not being punished for it moving around, a little thought popped into the back of my head like, no, I swear this fight despawns. So, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of feels like I'm chasing the fight for the fight to even continue, because it keeps wanting to just despawn itself. It keeps just wanting to run away. It's like, no, just stick around. I'm probably missing something with the fight. To be honest, that's probably what it is. I do have a habit of this, and I just want to say it now, because it'll probably pop up before the end of the series again. Just where I miss like a very obvious tell. It does happen. I don't get this, though. Why are you just stood there? I guess it's maybe because this is the real fight, this orb. Yeah, okay, right. So, let me try and figure this out. I'm assuming that this is the part of the fight where I need to actually, like, not run away as much and focus more on my movement. So I think this is the real fight, and that's why I'm a little bit just confused by the other half. I also do wonder if this is going to have multiple phases or not. Okay, James, pull it back together, mate. I took way too many hits during that. Okay, so we know that it has an attack where... Oh, this is the one I was just about to say, where it goes left and right. I didn't like that fight. I'm not going to lie to you. That, out of the whole series, that's the only one I think misses a little bit. It's hard to explain. The fight wasn't hard. It was just a little, like... a little all over the place. Like, there was multiple phases during the fight where the slimes would go either side of you, right? But they would just stand there. And there was nothing to dodge. And it made the fight feel just really strange. I don't know if anything can be done about that. And I don't know how much it compares to the normal slime god in Calamity. But what did we get? Let's see. Treasure Bank. We got the Mana Polarizer. Increases maximum mana by 50 and magic damage by 6%. Life regen lowered by 3 if mana is above 50% of its maximum. Grants Spectre healing. The amount healed scales with your mana. The healing only works while holding a magic weapon. The more mana you have, the more you heal. This seems really cool. I'm going to use it and just see how we get along with it. We got the Gel Pack, which permanently increases Adrenaline Mode damage by 15% and damage reduction by 5%. We got the Cora Slime Staff. Little slimy boy. All right. And then that's it. Oh, Purified Gel. So Purified Gel is for the next armor set. So if I slap this bad boy in here. So this is a Starter Gel. Yeah, there's a whole thing. There's this. Yeah. All right. This looks pretty cool. We don't have Phantoplasm quite yet. That's for the future. But yeah, there's loads of good stuff here. My voice is slowly cracking. I'm sure you've probably noticed, but we're pushing on. Static, refiner, craft. Get that in my thing, and then we can make Starter Gel. So I'll just make the mage set for now, but we can always redo it. Mage cap, awesome, looks great. Gosh, let's look at it. Okay, let me take off the rose. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, so that does it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.